Hello, welcome to Steve McDonald's Arts and Crafts, and today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be seeing if I can put this Fimo into the resin mould that I've got. Now, I made this what I could only consider as a poor go at making some cane, but I don't mind the pieces that have come out, and so I thought I would see what they look like in resin. I'm sure other people have done this, but I haven't, so I'm going to just pop in some shapes that fit into these moulds. I'm going to show you how I made this coming up now. So I've conditioned up my clay by just warming it up in my hands, and what I'm doing now is I'm turning it into little triangles, and I'm adding all the colours that I want to add using these little triangles to make really a circle on here. And I'm using several different colours: black, red, yellow, blue, and I think that was it with the colours. I've rolled it up and now I'm cutting it into quarters, and then each of these quarters, what I'll do is I'll turn them into little squares and then push it all together so it's all again one lump, and this just mixes it up a little bit and helps it become a nicer shape and pattern really inside. I'd just like to say a quick thank you to all my members whose names are coming up now. If you'd like to become a member and benefit from all the additional perks, then the link to that is in the description below. Thank you, members. Now I'm pushing it together, and I'm not over pushing it because I don't want to squidge it all out of shape. So I'm pushing it, rolling it until I get it into a round circle that I'm looking to use. Then what I will do is I will cut and trim the ends off, cut and trim several different sizes and shapes that I need, and then bake it in the oven for the recommended amount of time, let it cool down, and then I will put it in my resin. So that should be enough pieces, and we'll see how this comes out. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. I will link everything that I've used today in the description below, and I will go ahead and make this up into some jewellery for when it's finished to see what we can think of. So now all I need to do is add my resin. I've mixed up a resin. I've let it thicken up a little bit. I'm just pouring it over, and this is a bit of a mistake really. If you'd like to buy me a coffee just to say thank you for any of my videos and get on my board for next month, then the link for that is in the description. And the mistake was I should have put a little bit of resin in the bottom first. As you'll see why in a little bit, it did create a few bubbles. I will let this cure overnight, and then I'll make it up into some jewellery. Well, these have all cured up now, and I'm really liking what they look like from this angle and from the back forward. Now, if you wanted to, you could put a darker colour over the back of these, so it gives it a backing, but I quite like them clear, so let's have a look at them. Oh, look, how pretty is that? Oh, that one got bubbles in it because I wasn't careful enough. But that one didn't. That came out really, really well. Oh, look at that big bubble in that one. I really like how that's come out with that trap bubble. So I think it just goes to show you need to make sure that these bubbles are coming out so cute. You need to make sure that you've got your resin all the way underneath these, because if not, they will seal little bubbles in. But actually, I really like those bubbles. And it's very unlike me to love a... Oh, that is immense. I love how the bubbles have come out on those circle ones. I bet if you tried to do that, you'd never be able to do it. I'm all ready now to turn these pieces into some finished jewellery, and it is really, really easy to do. So a lot of these cabochons that you have, they do fit in nicely into these bezels, and I love this one. I wish when I'm making pieces I could get bubbles to be exactly where I want them to be. I absolutely love how that's come out. So I'm going to attach that one into there. The same with the square one. Now this bubble in the front of this square one I'm not as keen on. So what I'm going to do is I've got a little gem here, and these are just so easy to get hold of. I will link everything that I've got in the description below. And I'm just going to pop that little gem into the middle of that. And I think it really works. I think it really sets it off. The others I'm going to either attach a screw or one of these push bails into the things. So I'm going to quickly just show you how I do that. Now, regarding the gem, I am going to pop that in just using a little bit of super glue. I'm just going to fill it up. Now, super glue does work really well with resin. It will dry clear, so there's nothing to worry about there. Just literally pop that into there, gem up. I do have a gem picker somewhere, but I couldn't find it. Pop that gem into there, and then I'm going to let that dry. Regarding the closed bezels, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some E6000. I love E6000. Again, it does dry nice and clear. I'm just going to pop a little bit of this into the middle, like that. Get a little stick and ensure that that is all the way around the whole of this base. And then all I need to do is to pop in my resin cabochon, and that's done. Now I want this bubble to be at the top, I think, of this one. Now the hearts I thought I would turn into earrings because I really like those, and they're not heavy, so they'll make nice earrings. And this one I'm going to just turn into a pendant. Just going to turn on my Dremel, decide which way up I want it. I want it that way up. Get my Dremel on there. Now you can do this with a hand drill, it is not a problem at all. That's all nice and neat. Just clean out any bits that are there. I just use a micro brushes, pop your little bits onto it like that, and squeeze it tight. And there we go, you've got that one that hangs like that. And these ones are going to be slightly different. Look at that great big fingerprint on that one, but try not to stick your finger in them, and you'll get them nice and clean. I like to get them so they hang like that sort of angle. But today, I am going to do them from there. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I'm going to put 2 large jump rings on there. But I haven't got jump rings large enough to go through and be how I want it to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my own jump rings. And I'm going to quickly show you how, if I can ever find the end of this wire, how I make my own jump rings. So I've got quite a nice thick gauged wire here, as you can see. And I'm just going to cut a bit off. And then what I've got here is I've got a piece of doweling of the size that I want to make these jump rings. So all I do is I put the wire on, wrap it round quite tightly to that, and then I use my jewelry tools here just to push it up. It's like you're making a spring, really. And then while it's still on there, I'm going to actually cut through it because I find it's easier to work while it's still on there. So I'm going to just take that tatty bit off, and all I do is I line up the 2 ends. And there's a nice neat little jump ring. Nice neat little jump ring. And I always make more than what I need. And then I just pop them in a bag. And then I've got them ready for when I need them. All I need to do now is take my Dremel piece with a drill bit that's going to fit. Make a decision on where I want to put that. And I want to put that there. Roll that through. And then pop the jump ring on it. And then all I need to do is open my little jump ring. Clean that off a little bit. Pop my homemade jump ring through there. Like that. Close it up. Make sure it fits, and it does. Put my little earring back on it. Close it up again. And if you want to give that an extra bit of security, you can just pop a teeny weeny bit of super glue on that, which will help that to stay closed. But you don't need to do that if you don't want to. There we go, there's one on there. I'll just quickly do the other one. And if you want them to hang a different way, what you can do is, and I will show you this as well, and actually this is probably the better way to do it, because then you're going to get your earrings hang nicer, is you can take a small jump ring. So just take a couple of small jump rings. You can do smaller than this if you want, but I quite like that size. Open those up, pop your little ring into there. So that's both of them on there like that. And then once these have dried, or once you've got them set together, then you can add them to that. And I'll show you what they look like in a couple of seconds once this glue has dried. And that glue has dried in there. So all I need to do is pop a bit of glue into the middle of that. Get my stick. Move it around a bit and pop that square one into there. So these have all finished now, and I've made them up, and I'm really pleased with how they come out. I love the one with the little gem in. I think it just goes to show, if you've got a little boo-boo in your resin work, there's something you can do about it. And I think that one has come out lovely. I'm loving my little turntable as well. So, let me know in the comments what you think. I'm not going to try these on this time. I know I normally put earrings in and necklaces on, but I'm not going to today, because I think that would be a bit of overkill, if I'm honest. Even though I think they're absolutely lovely, I'm not going to put them in. I couldn't resist. I think they've come out so well. I love them. And it just goes to show how easy you can make jewellery up. I really do like this one as well. Leave me a comment. I love listening. I love reading comments, and I do try and reply to as many as possible, if not all of them. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my future videos, and ring my bell, so you get notifications when my next video is out. Check out the video that's coming up. It's another jewellery video. I'm sure you'll love it, and I look forward to seeing you in that one too. Take care. Bye.